Hi guys, it's Molly and Freddie with Soul School Tarot and Astrology, and we are here to deliver your new moon in Libra collective tarot card reading with two, not just one, two storylines for you out there. Why two storylines, do you ask? Well, first of all, the basic preface to all of these readings is that collective readings aren't going to resonate for absolutely everybody out there. These are designed for each different zodiac signs, of course, your sun, moon, and rising. So that's why I like to offer two storylines, because if the one message doesn't resonate with you, I want to offer a second one. But also, today, actually, you probably won't see this until a couple days later. Today is the start of the season of Libra, okay? And Libra is all about love. It rules the 7th house of partnerships. So I decided to go ahead and devote my two storylines. I'm already drooling. That's wonderful. And I put down my water, so I'll have to go get it. Two storylines. One, our first is going to be for singles, and I actually have a storyline for Taurus singles out on the table right now. It is a lot. So it's taken I actually had to spend quite some time meditating on this before I was ready to go ahead and deliver a message. But it's because there's a lot of stuff going on here. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so please understand that time and energy are very fluid, so don't force the reading. If it doesn't sound like you, it's not about you. But things that happened in the past may be happening on the table, according to the cards, may actually be happening in your present. Things could be fluid. Queens don't have to be women. Kings don't have to be men, okay? When we get to talking about partners, the roles in the relationship may be switched, but I'm focusing on the energies. If you want something that is specifically tailored to you and your personal energy, then hit me up. Information is below, and I'd be happy to do something for you to get your reading. I actually tonight just finished and I feel tired. I feel like I've aged 5 years, but that's what this does. I'll unage 5 years tonight as I sleep. Okay, so I did a really rewarding personal reading for a friend of mine who is a Taurus sun. I'm a Taurus sun. Hi, Tauruses. How you doing out there? Good to see you. I see you out there. And I just I sat down feeling like so incredibly blessed and had this tremendous energy. And then I got this reading that actually, I don't know why I kind of thought everything was going to be lighthearted and fun, but yo, there's some spiritual shiz going on right now. Taurus singles. There's some karmic ass shit going on right now. I'm just going to go ahead and say it, okay? So, yeah, I got a bunch of other videos out there about what's going on this Libra season. Check them out. These readings are for the new moon period, which begins September 28th and goes to October 13th, when we're going to have a full moon in Aries. So, without further ado, karmic chameleon. Karmic as fudge is what this reading is right now. And basically, let's just slow it down. You, Tauruses, have just, in the recent past, gone through, I think, some sort of situation which has left you feeling really, really guarded, probably when it comes to relationships. In fact, I think there was a whole lot of rapid movement. Maybe there were like a lot of options or offers coming in. Things were definitely fast moving and they were passionate, but something about that left you feeling discontent, left you feeling emotionally unfulfilled. It's quite possible, because we have a Queen of Cups in the significator position and a King of Cups in the future. It's quite possible that this was a one-time thing, not just like a one-night stand. But okay, it's possible that you met somebody and it was really passionate and it felt amazing, felt like it was moving forward, and then didn't work out, and it left you kind of like missing, like, crap. Man, that's just really lame that didn't work out. I don't really see anything else that I'm interested in right now, and I'm just feeling discontent. Okay, that's how it likely left you feeling. But what you're not realizing is that this was actually the way that you dealt with the situation. There was some sort of fight that you put up, I feel like, okay? A 9 of staves. You had to defend yourself and probably your sense of what you're worth somehow in this situation in the past, okay? And the fact that you did that, the fact that you stood up for yourself, leveled you up. You closed out a karmic cycle just by doing that. Congratulations, Tauruses. I'm really happy for you. Just a lot of you guys closing out a karmic cycle. Some of you guys are feeling, the World card can be a feeling of wholeness and oneness within yourself. And I'm not entirely sure that you're there yet, but you're definitely feeling maybe a little isolated. Like you're going to do a better job getting your needs met right now if you just kind of stay inside of the circle. Okay? So, you're several cards that make me feel like you are pretty closed off. The 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is defensiveness, kind of helps to feed that as well. I'm super thirsty, so I'm going to be like 2 seconds. Okay, so I asked for some clarification on what this was that you've just gone through. What was this kind of leveling up? And I feel like there was some awareness. You are being represented here, or yeah, because it's a singles reading, okay? You're being represented by the Queen of Cups, okay? And so again, even her posture is very closed off. She may feel like she lost something of value, or maybe some of you feel like maybe even you were a little too harsh in defending your boundaries, but you weren't, because what you get now is to sit in your own emotions, and you're a little guarded, but you understand better why the things that were happening to you were making you feel that way. Okay, you decided to put your foot down because it was what your intuition was telling you to do. And even though you might feel with the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Coins reverse, you might feel like you lost out on something valuable here. No, what you got was even better, okay? You get to level up as far as your own understanding and receptivity of your own emotions, okay? So, all right, so in the past position, I have 4 majors. And let me tell you what, the first time I drew this, sometimes I do this. I get cards and I don't feel 100% about them. And so I'll put them back in the deck and then they pop out in the same exact order. So I know this is a message, okay? Yeah. This was messing me up right now because you get double confirmation a lot when you do readings with 2 different decks, but this is insane, okay? In the past, you have the combination of the Star inverted with the card, aka the Chariot. In the advice position, this is ridiculousness. You get the Judgment card. Judgment card often means, again, that a test that you've experienced, that you've had in the past, something similar, you're going to get a chance to replay that and get a second opportunity to play that out. So what came immediately after the Judgment card? Those same 2 cards, the Star reverse and the Chariot. It's about a situation in which you didn't have faith. You didn't have faith, okay? Something about you that you did not believe in. It's quite possible that, once again, you were not seeing your own value, okay? But somebody pushed you too far, all right? You really wanted to move forward with this or with something, okay? You were just trying to move forward, but you weren't doing it from a place of faith. You were doing it from a place of control. Does that make sense? Sometimes all these opportunities come to us. Sometimes one big opportunity comes to us, okay? And we feel like we know what we want out of it. But instead of having faith that by just by knowing ourselves and being authentic in ourselves, we can attract whatever it is that we want, Okay, the energy that you're creating within is the energy that draws things in from without. Okay, so as within, so without. All right. So you're trying to move forward, but you're focusing more on having control of the situation and less on having faith in it. And so we got the Hanged Man reverse. Hanged Man reverse is not looking at his situation from a spiritual perspective, and therefore he feels like he cannot act. He feels like he must act. There's got to be something I can do about this situation if I could just see it from a different perspective. And when he finds that perspective, he realizes something about himself. Okay, so you guys were forced to confront the devil. This is major arcana number 4 in the past position. Okay, I've been talking a lot about Saturn and all that karma stuff going on. So for some of you guys, in fact, I already said karma, karma, karma. This was something, I almost feel like this is a test, that it was like a pre-test. Okay, so as a teacher, sometimes like at the beginning of a lesson, we'll give somebody like a pre-test. Okay, we'll give like the entire class like, okay guys, we're going to test your knowledge of World War II, and how well you pass that test is going to depend on what lessons I'm going to deliver on World War II. Okay, so I feel like this was a pre-test. This was karmically on your path. Okay, you had to deal with the situation, and you didn't deal with it in the most enlightened way, but you know what? That was your first time around. It's coming back to you, okay? And between then and when it comes back to you, there's a lot of processing going on, and there's a lot of opportunity to stand in your sense of your own value, okay? So in the present, things are kind of at a standstill. You have the Two of Swords and the Page of Swords. So you're thinking about it. I think you're really definitely analyzing yourself and trying to, some of you guys are like replaying this whole thing in your mind because you stood your ground at some point in the past, and now you're like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but you did the right thing. Okay? Somebody crossed the boundary and you have to stand up for yourself. Or if something's being presented to you and it's not for you, it's not what's in alignment with you, you have to stand up for yourself. And some of you guys are feeling like you missed this opportunity, but you're not looking at it like a hanged man just yet. You're doing a lot of thinking. You're doing a lot of thinking about... like I said, some of you guys are questioning whether you did the right thing and standing in your own power and your value. But you are, pardon me, moving out of that, okay? You're moving out of that sense of insecurity. I think as time goes by, it's going to just, it's a part of a process, okay? You're coming out of that sense of insecurity and moving into a place where you get to be the king of coins, or you're sitting up here in your feelings, the Queen of Cups, and you're attracting to you the stability that you know you are worth. Somebody who's going to value you, all right? He walking along and he picked up that coin and holy shit, look at that coin. That coin is amazing. That coin is so valuable. That coin is you, Taurus. Okay, so either you or somebody else is going to come along and see your value, and they are not going to miss that opportunity. We actually have the Four of Cups reversed. So I feel like this is you. This is somebody who will come along and kind of make you come out of this withdrawn, protected place because they're willing to do a fair exchange. It could be the Eight of Swords or the Eight of Wands. It could have been an opportunity that you missed out on the past. But the fact that we have a World card standing there makes me feel like that chapter is closed. Okay? It's time for some new things. All right? And if this person from the past has also closed out some cycles, if they have also evolved, I mean, it could happen. All right, then they may come back around because they may be feeling that they missed that opportunity too. All right. But I really think whatever it is, something's going to come along to you and give you a reason to come out of hibernation mode, because they're willing to meet the rate of exchange that you have set in the relationship now that you know how valuable you are. Okay. So, advice card, just know you're going to get another opportunity to work this out. Okay. All right. The Chariot moves forward based on intuition and momentum. He's got self-control. He's got discipline, right? But you got to be able to balance that with faith, okay? I talked a little bit about St. Augustine in one of my videos last week, and it reminds me of another great quote by him. Work as if everything depends on you, but pray as if everything depends on God. So balance whatever God, goddess, spirit you believe in, okay? You got to have faith that what you want also wants you, okay? All right? Believe that. That's your new mantra. What you are seeking is seeking you. All right, Taurus? Stand firm in your value. Nobody gets to define that but you. Stand firm in your value, and someone's going to come along and they're going to see it for what it is. I promise you that. All right? Okay, guys, I gotta get comfy. I have gathered up my decks. I shuffled. I got another reading. This time, our second storyline is for Tauruses who are in a partnership right now. And I'm going to let you know we got some red flags on the table, okay? So obviously this is not for every Taurus partnership. And now this is the part where I need you to be flexible with like who is playing which role in the relationship, okay? I can say some things for sure. Y'all ain't talking. There's some passion present. Somebody's getting some. Somebody's feeling passionate. Somebody's moving around a lot. They're very active. They're getting a lot done. Knight of Wands. I felt so weird. Actually, it's just weird energy. And all I can say, thank you, now I get it. And I get that they're trying to make me feel the way that this relationship does right now. It's just not comfortable. I'm not, there's a lot of swords on the table, and I can kind of understand the reason why. Just because of the way that I'm being made to feel right now, okay? So, somebody's the Knight of Wands. The first time I dealt this all out, I didn't really feel right about it, so I threw them back together, and he came out again as a significator. And look, it fits my head. I'm just being weird now. Okay. Anyways, so the Knight of Wands means that there's a lot of change. There's probably a lot that's going on externally, that's manifesting energetically in the relationship. Maybe y'all are getting it on. Maybe somebody's getting it on somewhere else. Okay. There's a lack of communication, okay? There may just be a suspicion that somebody's cheating. There could be somebody cheating. Okay, so let me get through the swords, get through the cards, and we'll figure out how we can deal with that. The reason I say that is because the High Priestess reverse shows that there's some sort of secrecy going on, something that is intentionally being kept out of the light. Okay, and the Six of Coins is an I see that happening. It's about the exchange of messages and communication, especially with our little, look, obviously that's somebody like exchanging something to somebody else. And in this case, I definitely think it's communication and messages. There is a chance that some of these messages are going to somebody who's not in the relationship. Okay. So, oh snap. Okay. I wasn't super convinced that it was a third party situation, but it may be. Not everybody, but some of you guys are in a third party situation. And what I mean is that there is an entity that's not you and your partner that has been brought into this, that is influencing the way that one of the partners acts. Could be another person. Okay. So in the past, you guys were probably feeling pretty good. We have the Six of Cups, which is card that you kind of feel like this is sweet. This is fun. This is somebody who's a friend to me. This is, stop it. Okay. It could have been somebody who reunited with a friend from the past who was not in the relationship, okay? The Three of Pentacles comes up next, okay? So one or two storylines for the past. Either y'all hit it off, y'all were feeling good, you had a great connection, you were building it, and then for some reason it stopped. Something just stopped moving forward. Or this is somebody who ran into somebody from the past and began exchanging messages. And this is, yeah, things can't move forward for you guys now, okay? Because you guys aren't the focus anymore, all right? So we have two storylines. One is that things have changed. You guys aren't talking. Somebody's keeping secrets. Okay. And potentially hand in hand with that storyline, somebody might be running around. Okay. You're really, really, really stuck in your head about this. I feel like you're feeling very, very sad. There's a sense of loss for the way that things used to be. It used to feel a lot better than what it does now. Okay. And you're not sure what to do with that. You're feeling very emotionally overwhelmed. You feel like you're trying to juggle your needs and the needs of the relationship and the needs of this person. And you don't even know if you should be spending any time on the needs of that person because you're just, you're feeling very sad about some things that you haven't been able to release. Okay, so you're missing things the way that it used to be. You might be holding on to some things, just some unhappinesses that came in the past. Two of Coins can also be somebody who's juggling. Okay, in the future, potential future, ain't nothing good if you don't talk about this. Okay, because that's the advice, is you have to talk about this before these sentiments harden into stone. Okay? If you want to save this relationship, you've got to be able to talk. All right? Otherwise, you get the Eight of Swords stuck up in your head, not knowing what's wrong. And then there's this point where you realize what's wrong and you have to confront your emotions, and it's going to be in your anxieties. And it's going to be very, 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 very painful for you. All right. So the Five of Cups reverse makes me feel like you know that part of this connection has been lost, but you're still maybe deciding whether or not you want to rebuild at this point in time. Okay. Well, I can tell you nothing can be done just with you in your head. You got to talk to the other person. You got a Six of Swords, okay? They're probably feeling some heartache too. Remember, Three of Swords on your end plus Three Swords on their end. You got to bring your swords together, talk it out, and do the healing, okay? All right? Because, like, every time I ask for a significator, it's giving me, like, 3 cards, all right? So you guys are, if you're unhappy, you go on like that long enough, those feelings are going to turn you to stone. You stop wanting to protect the relationship. You stop feeling secure in your own value in the relationship. Okay? You've got to have the talk. You've got to have the talk. If you don't feel like you're in a place of trust with this person, take the talk to somebody outside of the relationship first. Somebody that you can trust who's not going to compromise the integrity of the situation. Okay? I'm reading this as if it's possible that there may be something your partner is hiding from you. But it's also it's possible that you're the partner that's hiding things. Does that make sense? Okay? So be right with yourself. All right. Understand that right now where things are at, nothing can really move forward unless you guys talk. And if you don't talk, it's really only going to end in a lot of mental anxiety and some heartbreak for you guys. I hate delivering kinds of messages. My friend just asked me, what do you do if you get a really shitty draw? You just try to deliver with the best of compassion. And since it's a collective reading, some of y'all get to skate on right past this. That wasn't your reading. But if it was, if it resonated with you, I would love to be able to follow up on this. Send me a message if you want to book me for a personal reading, and I can get you something that's tailored more to you. All right. Happy, loving Tauruses. Okay. We're Venus ruled just like Libra is. So let's not forget the love within all of us. Okay. I love you guys. Have a great